Hello students, it's been a while, hace mucho tiempo, but bienvenidos a este video en donde vamos a hablar sobre el vocabulario de una flor, ¿ok? Específicamente de un girasol, a sunflower. So, mientras que los niños juegan ahí abajo, yo voy a grabar, yo espero todo el video aquí. Y vamos a aprender juntos. Pero antes de empezar, me gustaría pedirte que me puedes ayudar a despertar este canal que se ha dormido por mucho tiempo. Puedes darle un like, un comentario, esto es mi favorito, o puedes compartir con un amigo. Gracias. Ok, pues es invierno. It's winter. Así que no tengo un girasol. Therefore, I don't have a sunflower, but I do have a sunflower painting. I do have a painting. And here it is. This is a little painting that I painted for Lydia's birthday. Lydia is my daughter, and she turned 8, and I painted this for her yesterday. When I gave this to Lydia yesterday on her birthday, she thought that I bought this painting for her, and she loved it. But the next day, which is today, she saw me editing the video where I was painting it, and she realized that I painted it for her. I guess instead of putting Jessie down here at the bottom, I should have put Mama. So she loves it even more now that she knows that I painted it for her. And it's even more special. Anyway, all right, let's talk painting now. Let's talk sunflowers. First off, sunflowers are yellow flowers. They have lots of petals all the way around. Each one of these, those are petals. Those are petals of the sunflower petals. In the center here, I call it the seed head. That's where the pollen and the seeds are located. Right here in the middle, the seed head. Now, all flowers have a stem. The stem is the long stick that goes down to the ground. So these are the stems. Petals, seed head, and pollen, stem. On the stem, you'll find leaves. These are leaves. These sunflowers are in a vase. A crooked little vase, but a vase. And this vase is sitting on a pretend table. So these are all flowers. They're open, but if they were closed, if the sunflower hadn't opened up yet, it would be called a bud, a flower bud. So it comes up, sunflower grows a bud, it opens up to become a flower, and then when the flower fades, we call it a spent flower. So when the flowers are kind of dreary and their heads are down and their petals are falling off, that is called a spent flower. And after the flower is spent, the petals are gone, then it would be time to harvest the seed head if you were going to collect the seeds. Because the seeds start really growing. Once the petals fall, the seeds really start to grow. So in my short video about this, I used 2 phrasal verbs. One was figure out. When I started painting these sunflower petals, I had to figure out, do I go this way or do I go this way? Do I use this brush or do I use this brush? So I had to figure it out. I didn't know before. All right. And then the other phrasal verb I used in that video was go over. Now, you probably know go over like repasar. we're going to go over our English vocabulary. Vamos a repasar el vocabulario de inglés. But this go over was literally go over. Ya estaba el verde oscuro, and I went over it with the light green. So the dark green was already there, and I went over it with the light green. Okay? Now, I also mentioned in the video a word that I think you may not know, which is blob. When I first started the painting, I painted just some yellow circles on here. They didn't have petals. They were just blobs, just yellow blob. Let's see what it says in Spanish. I got my cheat sheet, y'all. A blob is like una mancha. Es como una mancha con forma sin muchos detalles. So that's blob. I'm glad they don't still look like blobs. They look like sunflowers. Okay, I think that's it. Let's just do a really quick let's just go over everything one more time. So I'm going to do a review right here on the screen so you can see all the words written with a little drawing. So we're talking about the sunflower, and all sunflowers have a very long stem. Stem, S-T-E-M. Next, they have a seed head. The part in the middle with the seeds and the pollen. Seed head. Uh-oh. S-E-E-D-H-E-A-D. Around the seed head, we have the petals. The petals go around the seed head. Something like that. All right? Petals. P-E-T-A-L-S. Petals. Notice that I'm not putting much emphasis on the T. It's kind of a really light T. Petals. It really sounds almost more like a D than a T. Petals. So we have stem, seed head, and petals. If we have a sunflower, let's say a little shoot off of here, and it's not open yet, all right, we're going to pretend that looks like an unopened sunflower. That would be called a bud. B-U-D. A flower bud. So here we have the bud. Up here we have the flower. And once the flower gets spent, it starts to lean over and it kind of droops. And now we have a spent flower. Spent flower. Now we're missing leaves. On the stem of most plants, you'll find leaves. Leaves. L-E-A-V-E-S. Leaves. Now, if this flower were in the ground, this would be the ground. G-R-O-U-N-D. The ground. Up under, in the soil, would have roots. Now, I didn't go over that in the picture because our flowers were not in the ground, they were in a vase. But these would be the little roots. Roots. R-O-O-T-S. This is the basic anatomy and the basic vocabulary for a sunflower. Petals that go around. A bud is an unopened flower. A spent flower is one that has already done its thing. We have the stem. We have leaves coming off the stem. The ground. And inside the ground, we have the roots and the soil. The soil is the ground. Leaves is one of those English words that are irregular when plural. And the singular form is leaf. L-E-A-F. So you have one leaf or two leaves. Okay, I hope that this has been a very useful lesson for you. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate all of your support. Espero que esta lección de inglés, de vocabulario, sea útil para ti y para tu listening también. Muchas gracias por ver y te veo en el siguiente. Adiós. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being my student. Thank you so much for waiting on me, for real. It's getting my life together, having youngins, raising youngins, and now I'm back. Thank y'all. Please like, share, and subscribe to SELVA Inglés. See y'all later. Bye-bye.